this is type, and I'm actually gonna do this a little bit differently this time. This is the 10th week of Fella, and we are having an extremely important match because we basically have a chance to make sure that we get into the playoffs. At least a very, very good chance. However, if we lose, there's a chance that people come past us, and like at that point there would be a chance that even by winning with a big margin we don't make it. So it's a very important match. However, I've been away, haven't been able to prep as well as I usually do. I had a bit different kind of method for doing that. I had a notebook, pen. I was in a bus and I just wrote down Grump's team and just started brainstorming by myself, and that was actually pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna do that like again at some point. However, as I said, I'm not gonna do this video the same way I usually do this. I'm gonna show the battle first and the team afterwards. Here's just a recap. Okay, actually, like, yeah. So he has Tornadus, Therian, Politoed, Sylvie, Omega Swampert, Hitman Top, Mediacross, Contact, Moltres, Primeape, Ludicolo, Swallow, and Tyrantrum. So yeah, there's definitely that possibility for a weather war, and I have Mew, Squamry, Azumarill, Megahoundum, Tangrowth, Dragalge, Dugtrio, Braviary, Ninetales, Rotom, Exeggutor, and Cloyster. So, let's find the battle, and I'm gonna blur the stats here because I will tell you what happened. So yeah, just let me music off, pause, and switch sides. Okay, so as you can stop. What? So as you can see, neither of us brought the weather. So he brought a lot more bulkier team, I guess. He has a lot of times he has brought a non-mega Swampert, so I was kind of expecting that to be the case this time too. There's a Tornadus T, which was a huge problem for me. There's the Sylveon, which is kind of a threat, I guess. But I have I'm not gonna tell anything about the sets yet. I have Azumarill, Skarmory, Braviary, Cloyster, Dragalge, and Mew. So as you saw, he leads off with Swallow, as I decided to lead off with my Azumarill. So actually, I think I don't really want to take damage. Okay, actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, I cocked. I know I can take any hits, so I go for a Waterfall. It actually does a very nice amount of damage to Metacross, but I decided that I don't want to stay in, so I switched straight into my Skarmory, as he does go for a Thunder Punch, which is a kind of good bring because I have all my 4 electric weaknesses brought to the battle, and I reveal my Rocky Helmet, and I go for Roost because I see that he doesn't do much with Thunder Punch. Here comes the Swampert, and I just want to Toxic it. It's very nice to Toxic it, especially if it is a Mega, but it turns out he is not, and he's yeah, he's actually slower than me, which is surprising because spoilers, I'm actually a mean speed Skarmory, but it actually outspeeds base 60 by 1 point. So he goes for knockoff. I was really tempted to click one move that I had, but actually decided to go for Toxic because I was kinda afraid of Heat Wave, which I was expecting more. But I actually had an Assurance as my offensive move, which would have been very nice at that point. But Toxicking a Tornadus is great as well. So I switch into my Dracology, my Cassie, and as he goes for U-turn, is able to gain some momentum. He brings in Sylveon, and I'm just gonna click Sledge Bomb. I want to get him toxic, because as you can see, I have a very I've quite a lot of status here. So I do nice amount of damage to the point where I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be able to stall me out. He goes for Side Shock and crits. I doubt it mattered because I didn't have any defense investment. I had max HP, however, so I didn't calc, but I didn't feel like it was very necessary. But I'm gonna reveal one very special move, which is Retaliate. Actually, I decided to last minute go with Retaliate, and it does a nice amount of damage to Swampert. And at this point, I just decided that I don't want to like risk the Brave Bird not KOing, because I'm not actually choiced. I switch into Mew, and unfortunately he burns me. So I think I do have defog on Mew, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I go for Roost, however. Right, yeah, I do. And I have Will-O-Wisp, so the Skuntank, I'm not very concerned about it. So I click Wisp, and he actually turns out to be a Lumberry, which is very interesting. I don't really understand why, maybe for Mew, but as you can see, the Pursuit doesn't do much at all, so I can just go for another Wisp. But or do I go for Roost? I think I may go for Roost first, or then he just brings in Torn and blocks the Wisp. But I go for Roost, which is the right play, obviously. And I think he U-turns as I go for Psyshock, trying to get some damage on the Torn. Yeah, as he makes a nice read and brings in the Skuntank. However, it doesn't matter that much because I can just click Wisp, which won't do that much once again if I just hit it, and I do. He goes for Taunt, which is a good play, I think, because now I can't Roost, and he will do some damage with Pursuit, but I want to switch out anyways. Because I know the Pursuit won't kill me, I can still preserve my Mew. And I actually switch into my Skarmory, but then I realized that actually these things may carry fire coverage, so I actually want to scout for that and switch into my Azumarill, as he does go for, like, there's no way he's going for a poison type move, so he goes for Taunt, which is great, because now I can just pretty freely fire off a Play Rough, or even Aqua Jet, which doesn't actually kill. Okay, so he goes for Poison Jab, does a lot, and gets a poison, which is very annoying. He's got Poison Jab, Poison Scald Burn, so he's been a bit lucky. Not gonna lie. And he brings in Swampert, and I know I have enough speed, so he actually goes for Protect. Nice play. I reveal Facade, which is like, it doesn't matter. I'm AV actually, and I'm just gonna go for Waterfall because if he goes for Metacross. But okay, right now I could sweep with Cloister if I just get rid of Metacross, and Aqua Jet doesn't quite KO. He goes with Thunder Punch, and I go into my Scam because I know that no, I actually don't. I go into Braviary, which was a stupid play because I didn't realize that he's Scarfed. Like, it didn't even cross my mind, so I just waste my bravery there, which by the way was AV as well. And he goes for Thunder Punch. I know that Scum can easily take it, even crit probably. I go for Assurance. Um, Basically my idea was to, with Assurance, be able to beat the Metacross. And also, it's kind of a reversed pursuit when I have the rocks up. But now he brings his Velo. He's unfortunately the spec set, and that means that Cloister can't leave a hit, except, wait a minute, I don't know speed. What? And I bring in Mew, which can't take a hit, and what happens is that I lose. And now let's go and see what my team is about. Why did I lose this game? 3-0. And okay, so I have my Azumarill, AV Azumarill, Waterfall, Purr of Aqua Jet Facade. Does, like, I don't need knockoff Super or anything. I thought that Facade is very nice because then I can more safely switch into Politoed Scald if I want to. Like, my idea was to bring a very defensive team so that Torn wouldn't be a problem, and I could kind of take advantage from the rain by bringing my offensive water types. Azumarill, I feel, did pretty well. It was able to take the hits and hit pretty hard, doing a lot of hosts to my opponent's team. I had Skarm with Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rock Roost, Toxic Assurance. So as I said, Assurance will do double damage when the opponent has taken Rocky Helmet damage. Also, if my opponent switches in on Assurance, it will take rock damage, and it will do double damage then as well. I have minus speed, as you can see, because I want to outslow the Metacross, and if he doesn't run any speed on his Metacross, he will still outspeed and take the Rocky Helmet damage, so I can get a strong Assurance on it. And Toxic pretty much hits everything else. The only one really my Scum can't touch was the Skuntank. My Braviary is an Assault Vest as well, so I thought that this set can hit very hard. I was first thinking of bringing Shadow Claw to hit the Metacross, but I figured that Skarmory can take it on all the time, so wasn't really any need for that. Brave Bird and just normal type coverage, so Retaliate was very cool because it would hit very hard on the Sylveon when I wasn't statused and not able to get the Facade boost. So I had double Facade as well, which I thought was pretty cool. I have Mew, pretty standard set, enough speed to outspeed. I'm not sure if it is for Metacross or Tyrantrum. I think it should be for Tyrantrum, but I'm not sure. But anyway, with Spruce, Defox, Psyshock, fairly standard. Psyshock hits a lot of things, and things it doesn't hit will always does, which are mainly Metacross and Skuntank. I have Dragalge. I figured that Toxic Spikes might have been nice, but as you saw, I really get a chance to set them up as Sludge Bomb, no Shock, so I could try to get the poison on things that don't really like Torn, for example, that doesn't get poisoned by Toxic Spikes. No Shock to get the harder hits, and Scald to hit things like Metacross and Skuntank. Try to catch the burn. Max special defense to take some special hits from like Sylveon, Torn mainly. And then my choice Garf Cloister, Icicle Spear, Razor Shell, Ice Shot, Toxic mainly to catch a possible Politoed on a switch. And this coverage is pretty much enough for the rest of his team. What went wrong then? I forgot the speed creep for a swallow. That's what happened. I only have speed for Torn. I completely forgot about Swallow. And that's why I lost. I might have been able to win, win with just clicking Icicle Spear if I was able to outspeed Swallow. And you may feel how frustrating it is to lose like this. I don't deserve it by any means, but actually I still am the fourth because all my biggest rivals in the playoff race lost their games. SFJ lost, Zach lost, and now actually there are two new, or even three. I think two. I think actually Crump by winning me and Flaunch can still make it if just we or just everyone just loses. If I lose, then I'm gonna play Flaunch. So if I lose to Flaunch, he may make it. So I really have to win Flaunch next week, which is the last week of the regular season. But yeah, this was a very frustrating loss. Okay, I got a bit hacked, but I lost because I forgot to do something that I definitely should have done. So definitely very, very, very annoying way to lose. But I have to say that yeah, I wasn't feeling too well. I didn't have too much time to kind of go through my team. So this happens, you know. There's nothing you can do. It happens, and I still have the chance. I actually have a pretty good chance to make it to playoffs. So I'll take it. But yeah, this was a bit different for this time. I hope you enjoyed. This is Type signing out. Bye.